Peter Obi has made one of his strongest and most emotional political statements yet. The former Anambra State governor says he may not even be alive to contest Nigeria's 2027 presidential election, claiming that everything he does is being deliberately frustrated. The remark has sparked intense debate across the country, but what exactly did Obi say, and why has it generated so much attention? Before we continue, if you enjoy factual and balanced reports on Nigerian politics, Africa, and global affairs, please like this video and subscribe to the channel for more updates. Peter Obi made the remarks during an interview on With Chude, hosted by media personality Chude Gideonwo. During the interview, Obi was asked whether there was a possibility that he might not emerge as a candidate in the 2027 presidential election. His response surprised many Nigerians. Instead of talking only about politics, Obi shifted the conversation to his personal safety and the challenges he says he faces on a daily basis. According to Obi, becoming a candidate is not his biggest concern. He said, "Not even a candidate, I might not even be alive, I'm telling you." He went on to claim that everything he does for a living is being deliberately frustrated by the government. He also said there is a possibility that if given the opportunity, those behind the alleged frustrations would ensure he is no longer alive. However, Obi also clarified that he was not making a direct accusation against any individual. Instead, he described what he called daily experiences of obstruction and frustration in his personal and professional activities. The comments immediately drew widespread attention because of Nigeria's already heated political atmosphere ahead of the 2027 general election. Peter Obi remains one of Nigeria's most recognizable opposition figures following his strong performance in the 2023 presidential election. Since then, he has continued to criticize government policies while presenting himself as an alternative voice on issues affecting ordinary Nigerians. His latest remarks therefore go beyond personal concerns. They also raise broader questions about political competition, democratic space, and the environment in which opposition politicians operate. Obi suggested that opposition figures are facing increasing pressure. According to him, the obstacles are not isolated incidents, but part of a wider pattern affecting nearly every aspect of his public life. While he did not provide specific evidence during the interview to support each allegation, his comments have become one of the biggest political talking points in Nigeria. The interview has also renewed conversations about political tolerance in the country. Supporters of Obi argue that opposition politicians should be free to campaign, travel, conduct business, and express their opinions without intimidation or unnecessary interference. Others believe such claims should be backed by clear evidence and investigated where necessary. At the time of the reports, there had been no official government response directly addressing Obi's latest comments. This means viewers should distinguish between what has been confirmed and what remains Obi's personal account of his experiences. What is confirmed is that Peter Obi made the remarks during the interview. What remains his allegation is the claim that the government is deliberately frustrating his activities and that this could affect his safety. The statement has also intensified discussion about Nigeria's political climate as preparations gradually begin for another election cycle. Although the 2027 presidential election is still ahead, political conversations have already become increasingly active among the ruling party and opposition groups. For many Nigerians, the issues extend far beyond political parties. Citizens continue to express concerns about the economy, inflation, insecurity, unemployment, and the rising cost of living. These challenges are expected to dominate campaign discussions whenever the election officially begins. For Nigerians living abroad, Obi's remarks have also attracted significant interest. Many members of the Nigerian diaspora closely follow political developments back home because government decisions often affect investment, business opportunities, family members, and plans to return to Nigeria. Any suggestion that opposition politicians feel unsafe naturally raises questions about democratic stability. Political analysts often argue that healthy democracies require vigorous competition between parties. Supporters of every political party should be able to campaign peacefully while respecting opposing viewpoints. That principle remains important regardless of which party eventually wins. Obi's comments also come after he has repeatedly stated his intention to continue participating in Nigeria's democratic process. In previous public engagements, he has maintained that his interest is centered on improving governance and addressing the country's challenges rather than pursuing power for its own sake. Whether Nigerians agree with Obi's politics or not, his latest interview has once again placed the spotlight on the condition of opposition politics in Africa's largest democracy. Social media has since been flooded with reactions. Supporters describe his comments as a warning that should not be ignored. Critics argue that they are political and should be viewed in the context of the coming election season. Others have called for calm, urging all political actors to avoid inflammatory rhetoric while focusing on issues that affect ordinary Nigerians. Looking ahead, many observers will be watching to see whether government officials respond directly to Obi's allegations. They will also be watching whether opposition parties continue to raise similar concerns in the months leading towards 2027. One thing is certain, Obi's statement has become one of the most talked about political moments in Nigeria today. His words have reopened debates about democracy, political competition, freedom of expression, and the future of opposition politics in the country. Whether his concerns eventually prove justified or not, the conversation they have sparked is unlikely to disappear anytime soon. For millions of Nigerians, the real question remains bigger than any single politician. Can every political leader compete freely and safely in Nigeria's democracy? Can elections be conducted in an atmosphere where every candidate has equal opportunity to campaign without fear? Those are questions many Nigerians will continue asking as the country moves closer to another election. We'll continue monitoring this developing story and bring you verified updates as more information becomes available. If you found this report helpful, please give this video a thumbs up, subscribe to the channel, and turn on notifications so you never miss our latest Nigeria and Africa news updates. Finally, we'd like to hear from you. Do you believe Peter Obi's concerns deserve an independent investigation, or do you see them as part of Nigeria's normal political debate ahead of 2027? Share your opinion respectfully in the comments below.